ஒம்பது நாலு 5 நாள் இந்த வாரம் வியாழக்கிழமையா? ஓகே ஓகே. டோனி க்ரூஸ் தான் தேடிக்கிருக்கேன். டோனி க்ரூஸ் இல்லையே. எத்தனை மேட்ச்? 9 மேட்சா? 12 பாயிண்ட். மினிமம் 4 மேட்சை ஜெயிக்கணும். Let's see the opponent's team. ஓ, நீ இந்த மாதிரியாளா? இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணுவானுங்க ப்ரோ. கீப்பரை தூக்கி முன்னாடி வச்சு ரேட்டிங்கை கம்மியாக்கிட்டு பார்த்தீங்களா, 200 ஆயிடுச்சா? எதுக்கு இந்த பொழப்பு இவனுங்களுக்குன்னு தான் தெரில. பரவாயில்ல, நம்ம ஆடி பார்ப்போம்.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way.
Now there is a quality striker, Peter, in the shape of Bebeto. Like so many Brazilian strikers of his time, not physically imposing, but fast, agile, intelligent.
And of course, behind it all, a dogged, a determined personality, a genuine footballing perfectionist.
And a player you always wanted to stay in the box. His darting movement, he had a great habit of being able to lose a marker. Superb player.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Dumfries clears it away. And it's Sneijder. Sneijder! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Now it's Batistuta. Bruno Fernandes. Squeeze it through. Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that...
And the shot! Goal! Manchester United!
Goal, bro, goal.
Manchester United take the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Guti. And Guti! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Post தான் நமக்கு எப்பவுமே post
Another
இளவெடுத்து
summer,
துப்பிட்டு
he is
போக
always
மாட்டேங்குது.
looking to break lines. And that is as far as they're going to go. That's been cut out, well played. Manchester United are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Schneider. Now it's Messi. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Bebeto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's played through for him. Tries a shot! Now, it's fallen
Messi.
That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. That is good alertness. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Schneider. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Great ball if he can get there. Big chance, must be! Whistle's gone, and the
Penalty.
referee has given a penalty. Manchester United presented with a golden opportunity here to further improve their position of comfort.
எடுத்து போட்டுருவான்.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it.
Skip.
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Hakim bhai.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how
என்னாச்சு?
important this goal was for them. They
யார் இல்ல
needed
சும்மா தான்
it.
இருக்கானோ?
Now they have it.
பட்
Played out towards the right wing.
எதுக்கு?
Mbappe. And the first half
அது
is
நேத்து அந்த
over.
ரஞ்சித் போய் எடுத்துட்டு வந்தேன்.
Manchester United are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting
Please
bigger.
keep your eyes on your children.
Manchester United sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
இன்னைக்கு குடிச்சில பட்டாய் அது ஒண்ணு ஒரு கவர்ல பெருசா வச்சு குடிச்சில 4-5 மினிட் அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் இதால ஒண்ணு போகணும் தனி கவர்ல எடுத்து தெரியுமா என்ன மாதிரி வேணா இருக்கு இல்லையா
Substitution.
And the action is back on the way.
இங்க இருந்து எடுத்துருங்க.
Czech chooses to deal with it himself.
இது பாத்திரம் பெருசு இருக்காங்க.
அதுவும் அங்கே தான் இருக்குது.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's a cute ball. No way through there.
Manchester United are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And he's gone looking for safety. Bruno Fernandes.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. Chance, surely! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo.
பொறுமையாக ஆடுவோம். Easy win. Somebody is watching.
Triol. Looking for options for movement. Back into the middle. Bruno Fernandes. Neymar. Izarazu. And it's Sneijder. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Fiore. Pinches it off him. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Time, excellent interception.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Searching pass he's played there. Nicely worked.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. And they're back on the ball again. Goes for the shot!
உள்ள போல சே.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Neymar really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Now it's Messi. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now it's Messi. Adams makes the interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for the run.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bruno Fernandes. And that's that.
Good touch, bro.
Can reflect on
Okay,
a job really
Nana.
well done.
இருந்தாலும்
Superior
Neymar
tactically,
Messi
physically
நல்லா
and
ஆனாலும்
mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride.
ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் தான்.
Mbappe.
அதை விடுறான் பாரு. அப்போ டீமாக பார்ப்போமா? இந்த 2 பேர் மட்டும் சும்மா வச்சுருக்கானு. ஒரு ரெட் கார்டு இது வாங்கி வெளில போயிட்டானுவா? நான் வைக்கணுமே வச்சுருக்கானுவா? எனக்கு என்ன வரவே எல்லாமே 3200 வரான். கஷ்டமாப்பா.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Manchester United against
Well,
Milan.
the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now the game
Let's see,
itself.
ஜெயிக்க முடிகிறதா என்று பார்ப்போம்.
So we're up and running.
Well, I'm happy to say we're in the presence of a wizard here.
And it's not for me to disagree. One of the most skillful English players of his generation.
Yes, and of course it's Steve McManaman. He has the courage to continuously want the ball and then take it upfield to run at defenders. Something he just loves to do.
Yeah, a winger in the classic mould.
I would say that's true, but he could vary his game to find a weakness with his pace and technical ability.
Nice control. He's had it taken off him. Bruno Fernandes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vieira. Milan finding their passes. And this is Del Piero. Oh, important interception. Guti.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
நைட்டு கஞ்சி வச்சு குடுத்தீலடா.
Messi. Neymar. Nice interception, well timed.
Manchester United really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of the quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. McManaman, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Now it's Mbappe. Izarazu. Neymar.
உள்ள மனுஷனுக்குள்ள ஓடாதே.
Vieira. In with the challenge. He's gone for goal.
உள்ள வந்து கட் பண்ணி
He's
பாத்துறேன்.
got away with one there. Costa Curta. The ball's gone astray. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And Guti!
ஆப்ரா
And
மெஸ்ஸி.
the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, it's fallen loose again.
அடிச்சாமா மெஸ்ஸி கடைசில.
Goal!
கீப்பர் கையில அடிக்க விடாத காமெடி.
Manchester United take the lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have the first goal. Well, and the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Manchester United have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. We are already promptly back underway.
Manchester United really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
ஐயோ
It's hit the crossbar. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Vieira. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Neymar. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
He's going for goal! And the
கொஞ்சம்
keeper
சுற்றி
has
விட்டு
reacted
பார்த்துருந்துருக்கலாம்.
superbly there.
Snyder clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's
Return goal.
McManaman. So Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it into space. And this is Snyder. And a chance!
ஏன் வர மாட்டேங்குது
Oh,
நமக்கு?
terrific save from the keeper.
அடே
Snyder
இருடா
really must be
எடுத்து
thinking what he
போட்டு
has to do to score there.
Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Messi. Messi powering forward here. Foul and
அடிச்சுக்கிட்டே
a free
இருக்காங்க.
kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Do you
Messi
think
போல
he's
யார்
feeling the
நிற்கிறது?
effects of
பெர்னாண்டோ
that
சில்வாவா?
tackle?
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and
அடி
he knew he
வாங்கிட்டாப்ல.
had to do something to prevent a goal then.
ஐயோ அந்த ஸ்னைடர் ஏதோ வச்சு எடுத்து பார்த்துருந்துருக்கலாம்.
Substitution for Manchester United.
வெல்கம் டு த ஸ்ட்ரீம்
He'll fancy
நண்பா.
himself from here.
Messi.
This the perfect chance to extend the advantage.
ஒரு பிரத்யேகரமான தரமான கிக்கு தான் நான் பார்க்கலாம்.
Fernandes!
Number 7. Schneider. Coming on the field. Number
Messi,
10.
a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Number 5.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Rijkaard. He's shifting through the gears here. Has a shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's really well manoeuvred.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Lovely. Now then. Oh, he's shot it.
அட பாவி டேய்.
And that would have won it.
டேய்
Extremely feeling
எங்க
they
வந்து என்ன
pretty
மாதிரி
much
வருது?
have the job
நீ
done.
கால் ஆஃப் டியூட்டி இப்பெல்லாம் விளையாடவான்னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன்.
Chance, you know.
நீ மத்தியானம் விளையாடுமாடா? ஒரு வார்த்தை பேச மாட்டானே. நைட் அவன் ஆளு பேசி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் வந்து விட்டு வா கால் ஆஃப் டியூட்டி விளையாடணும் 12 மணிக்கு கூப்பிடுவான்.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Vieira does well to get it back.
அடிச்சு
Manchester
கொண்டுருவான் போலே.
United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Pinches it off him. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Security staff for each block.
Your final
Please
thoughts,
report
Jim?
to the staff room
Yeah, clean
immediately.
sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
பரவாயில்ல. എന്തുവാ നീ നൈറ്റ് നീ മറ്റേ എണ്ണ വെക്കണം കുളമ്പ് പിന്നെ நாளைக்கு நீ லீவு தானே எப்படி லீவு தான் எடுக்க போறேன் 3204 12 பாவி 1500 ரூபா கொடுத்து காயின் கொடுத்து வாங்குற மேசி தானே இது எப்படா வாங்குறீங்க நம்ம ஒரு 2000 3000 சொல்லலாம்
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Now it's Messi. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Passing nice and neat. And the finish! Mbappe! Rafinha. Now, can they get him away? And he plays one through. Well read, nice interception. And he's managed to get free. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Bruno Fernandes.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Takes a shot! Schneider. Messi. Opts for safety. He's shifting through the gears here. Costa Curta gets into a good position. And he's there to belt it away. Oh no, this does not look good. It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides.
Bruno Fernandes!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Tries from distance.
இவனுங்க சும்மா
And
அந்த
kept out.
அவனுங்கள பொறுத்தவரை இந்த மிடில் கிளாஸை கடன் வாங்க வைக்கிறதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாச்சும் சும்மா
That's
கதை
very,
விட்டுக்கிட்டே தான்
very
இருப்பாங்க.
good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner.
இதுக்கு முன்னாடி தான் இப்படி ஏதோ ஒரு 26 ஏதோ வந்துருச்சுன்னாங்க. போடா அவன் சாவு செத்தா சாவுங்கிற நிலைமையில இருக்கேன். ம் ம்
Added
ம்
minutes has been
Zanetti
indicated.
getting this one clear.
யா
He won't be happy with that
சார்
one.
ஏதாச்சும் அங்கேயும் நீங்கள் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க.
That'll be the final action of the first half.
எங்கோட்டு
So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for lack of
எந்த பிரச்சனை தெரியுமா கேரளா பிளாஸ்டர்ஸ் இருக்கு அவங்க பார்த்துட்டாங்க ஐஎஸ்எல் கேரளா பிளாஸ்டர்ஸோட இதை எடுத்துட்டு சரி ஓகே இவங்களுக்கு ஃபேன் பேஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்கு இவங்களை வச்சு பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணலான்னு போயிட்டானோ கேம் குறைஞ்சிருச்சு.
It's pretty good.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the
இன்னைக்கு
manager
ஒரு
has seen
கிளப் வந்து
anything to
ரொம்ப
change
எக்ஸ்ட்ரானரியாக
his
பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுது
halftime
அன்னைக்கு அந்த
team.
கிளப் பிஸ்னஸாக மாறும்.
Now the ball's gone astray. Albert Ferrer. Cannavaro. And here's Yamal. Messi. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked
Climbs up big. He will be livid with himself. Triol. Guti. Neymar. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Costa Curta. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
இறங்குங்கடா இறங்குங்கடா கீழே
Schneider
இறங்குங்க.
is sporting a guilty look after that.
clearly is miffed, having
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! And
இவ்வளோ
again they
ஒருத்தவங்க
hit the
புயல்
front.
பாருங்க.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
yeah, when you're hit on the counter attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? It's come to nothing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off and it wasn't the best decision.
Schneider. He's a sharp little... And Messi!
உள்ள போக
He's
மாட்டேங்குதே.
done very well to get to that.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Bruno Fernandes! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Deep cross. It's a mighty effort. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Messi was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties. Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
There will be
Now
1
it's
minute
Messi.
added time.
1 minute to add, according to the board.
எங்க
And there goes the final whistle.
நீ எப்படி அடிக்கிறது இல்லைடா.
Manchester United perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more.
அப்புறம் எதுக்குடா ஃபோன் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு வச்சுட்டு போக வேண்டியதான்டா
Back
மயிரை.
on the game then, Jim.
Manchester United.
யாராச்சும் இதையும் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தா அண்ணன் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான்னு பாப்போமா. டீம் எப்படி இருக்கு பார்ப்போம். ஓகே, ஒரு நல்ல டீம் தான்.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Manchester United.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
ஏண்டா நீ ஊர்ல எப்படி இருந்தேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியும், சும்மா கதமை விடாதடா கிட்ட.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Once described as being born offside, Filippo Inzaghi feels like the last of a dying breed, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I feel sometimes he doesn't get the credit he fully deserves, because I think he's one of the most intelligent strikers around too. His game is all about anticipation, positioning and speed over those first 3 yards.
Good old-fashioned. He's through and all alone! And the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, he looked pretty much
பொல்லாத
unstoppable
மீட்டிங்
there.
விஜய்
The
கதை
only
விடுறதுக்கு
missing
டப்பா
was the
கிடச்சிக்கிட்டோம்.
finish, of course.
Guti. He's played it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Inzaghi. Can he get on the end of this? Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Mbappe. Puyol making good progress on the right-hand side. Plays it in low. He won't be happy with... And another try!
அட போங்கடா.
Oh, it's come off the upright. Di Lorenzo gets it clear. Puyol.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Isak picks it up out wide. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game.
Neymar! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Looking for the run. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Kutchu. Can he get it through? Promising position. Nuno Mendes with the cross. And he's there to clear it. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Please be made aware that
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter.
Mm,
It
well,
seems
let's
the
go
team
then.
were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
GPA temperature.
That gets things going for the second half.
Manchester United can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even...
Goes for a shot! No mistake! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
என்ன பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட வேண்டியதாக இருக்குது பேசவும் தெரியல நமக்கு யாராச்சும் ஏதாவது கமெண்ட் பண்ணாலும் பேசலாம்
Strokes it back, and it's Musiala. That is good pressure, just
nobody
hounded
is
him off it.
commenting also
Vitinha. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's burst through. Decent chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Mbappe has it in a wide position. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. Musiala. Corner number 2 then. He rises!
உள்ள போக மாட்டேங்குதே சே
Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Kutchu. And here's Isak. Vitinha. And this is Inzaghi. Neymar. Schneider. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Shot goal! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Schneider. Now it's Mbappe. It's a really well-measured ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Manchester United are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Chance! He scored! They have stolen
First goal
level
അടിച്ചിട്ടാ.
fast! And that is about as cool as
അത്
they
എല്ലാവരും
come.
മതി, എല്ലാവരും മതി,
He
എല്ലാവരും
picked
മതി.
his spot expertly.
That's
My God.
expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
CF ஜெயிக்க முடியுமா இந்த மேட்சை பார்க்கலாம்.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 15.
We have got changes here from
Number
both sides, in
9.
fact.
Isak.
All square
Coming
again
on the field.
into the dying
Number
minutes.
8.
Credit where it's due. This is
And
Number
Batistuta!
19.
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Batistuta
முட்டுறதுக்கு தான்
deserves a
யாரும்
lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Vitinha gets it away.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Here's a sharp little ball here. Knocks it into space. Now that's a fine challenge. No foul, says the referee. There's foul in
തിരിച്ച്
there.
ടേക്ക് അവേ അടിക്കും. അയ്യോ.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 6. Vitinha. Coming on the field is number 41. Rice.
And the referee
It was a good
brings
game,
it to a
good game, good
close.
game. Ali.
Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Manchester United can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
എത്ര മാച്ച്? 5 മാച്ചിൽ 5 പോയിന്റ്. ഓടിക്കിട്ടേ ഇരിക്കാം. ഒതുക്കിഞ്ഞ പോയി ഓടാതെ റൈറ്റ് ബാക്ക് നോക്കാം. இவரோட நல்ல வெர்ஷன் கிடைச்சிடும் நமக்கு. பார்த்து மாற்றி செய்யலாம். ஆல்ரெடி பெக்கன்பர் நமக்கு தேவை. புயல் எடுத்தாச்சு. நெஸ்டா கனவர் எடுத்தாச்சு. நெஸ்டா இடிக்கெல்லாம் வந்தானா சூப்பராக இருக்கும். நான் வர மாட்டேங்கிறானே. only got one views. ரொம்ப நேரமாக கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு அரை மணி நேரமாக ஒரு ஆள் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்காரு. யாருன்னு தான் தெரியவில்லை. இர்வின்
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
We have already started here.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz
பிளான் பண்ணி தான்
occasion.
ஆடுறான்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
So I
கொஞ்சம்
wonder, Jim,
பார்த்து
what is in
ஆடணும்.
today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter.
வச்சு செஞ்சுட்டு
Being the
போயிடுவோம்.
kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
He's had it taken off him. Can he get on the end of this? Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Schneider. Mbappe is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now, can they get him away? Lizarazu. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Guti. That pass has been well intercepted. Manchester United are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. And here's Schneider. Endrick. He's got away. Dembele. Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Schneider. Now it's Schneider. Now it's Neymar. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. Howson is there to clear. Not the most accurate pass. That's an imaginative pass. Neymar. Schneider. Schneider. Schneider unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Schneider. Neymar. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Schneider. Crunching tackle. He's in a great position here. Musiala. That ball looks a good one. And now they can clear their lines. And he's quick to snatch it back. Howson did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Endrick's cross. Tries to get it clear. And the half-time whistle goes. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Hello attendees.
How's the
This
first
is
half
a
compared with your
Lost Children's
expectation?
announcement.
Solid.
With the
Very
father
solid,
of a boy
actually,
in a
Peter.
blue
They
hat
haven't made much of an
kindly make
impression
his
at the
way
other
to
end,
the information
but
center.
defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying
5
their
match
opponents.
5 point
Now
எடுக்கணும்
they just need to focus
இங்கிட்ட
on
எடுக்கிறது
getting
இந்த
a
மாதிரி
little more
வரண்டா
creative.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Mbappe!
உள்ள வந்துச்சு பார்த்துக்கலாம்.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Musiala! Well, there's the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He's found the way through. Neymar has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
So he's plotting something before playing it in. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
பாத்தடா கையெல்லாம் ரொம்ப நடுங்குதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Lizarazu. Now it's Neymar. He is through here. Neymar. Now it's Guti. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that's a fine interception. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And that could set him on his way. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
மூசியால எதுக்குடா பின்னாடி போன?
And he's gone looking for safety. Mbappe.
Pretty robust defending.
Mbappe, big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
அவரு கொடுத்தே கொடுக்கல.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
Manchester United
Murillo.
have their second
Number
corner now.
10, Xabi Alonso. Number 19.
ஐயோ திருப்பி ரைட் ஃபுட்.
Number 11. Endrick. Number 23. Doku. Coming on the field. Number 3.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Number 5.
And here's Bruno Fernandes.
Number 2. Mbappe.
டேய் இதுக்கு மேல எப்பறா போறது?
Without any fuss.
Griezmann. Number
And now a
20.
sudden chance to counter. Well read, nice interception. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he's managed to get rid. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's good vision.
அடே எடுக்க மாட்டா எடுத்துடா பாஸ் போட்டா எடுத்து
Looking to
போட்டா.
play him in.
கரெக்ட்.
Now it's Griezmann. Not the most convincing of passes. Great vision. Can he finish? That is decidedly lacking.
ஆல்ரெடி நான் ஸ்ட்ரீமில் தானே இருக்கேன். வாங்க வாங்க வாங்க. நான் வந்துட்டு உள்ளே வாங்க. அப்படியே நான் உங்களுக்கு இப்போ பாஸ்வேர்டு அனுப்பிச்சிடுறேன். இப்போ ஒரு மேட்ச்சில் இருக்க முடிய போகுது. முடிச்சதுக்கப்புறம் சார்.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Musiala looking to get on the end of this, and he's managed to get free.
உள்ளே போவேனாங்குது சரியத்தில்.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
4 added minutes has
And
been
that has been
indicated.
cleared. Probing pass.
விட்டானோ
It's
ப்ரோ.
a cracking ball. And this is Griezmann. Goes for a shot.
தெரியும்டா.
Oh, what
விட்டாடு
about
மச்சான்.
that? Save
நல்லா
the
செத்து
best
போயிட்டாரு.
last. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper trying
இன்னொரு
to
ஆள்
put
யாரு
as much
விவேக்கடத்தை
pressure on
பார்த்துட்டு
him
இருக்காரு
by
நினைக்கிறேன்.
staying upright, but it
சரி
didn't
விடு விடு
faze
விடு
him,
போச்சு
not
வரட்ட
the
வந்துருது.
slightest.
Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann.
So we have our breakthrough. Short changes him with that pass. And he
What do you
thumps
really
it
know?
clear. And that's that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced
ஒரே
a
ஒரு ஷாட் தான்
genuine
டார்கெட்ல
effort to
அடிச்சா
go
அது
on
உள்ள
and
ஓடி
win it.
போச்சு.
But neither
டபுள்
was
4
able
ஷாட்
to
அடிச்சா
add
ஒன்றும்
to the
விளக்கவே இல்லை.
scoreline in the end.
And just a quick reminder today to
Final
டாப்
thoughts, Jim?
பண்ண
Peter,
ஓகே. தலைவர் கூப்பிட்டாரு. யாரை பார்த்தாலும் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்கப்பா. மேட்ச்சு ஃப்ரெண்ட் மேட்ச்சு கிரியேட் 1v1 ஓகே. இன்வைட்டு எங்க தலைவரை காணுமே. தலைவர் ஆஃப்லைனில் இருக்கார். பிளான் லிஸ்ட் இருக்கு கையில் வச்சாலே கஷ்டம் தான். ஒரு நம்ம தலைவனுக்கு போய் மெசேஜ் பண்ணிட்டு வருவோம். 12511197 எக்ஸ்ட்ரா டைம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஸ்டெப்பு. எக்ஸலண்ட்டு எக்ஸலண்ட்டு. தலையை வரட்டும், அது வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ணுவோமா? சார்ஜ் எவ்வளோ இருக்குது? 53. ஓகே, எத்தனை மேட்ச் ஆடலாம்? 53னா ஒரு 4-5 மேட்ச் ஆடலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சமைக்கணும் வேற. இன்னொரு யாரோ
Vankkam. How can I help you today?
வணக்கம், how can you help me today? ஒன்றும் இல்லடா,
I can help you brainstorm content, refine your English.
பட் நாளில் இருக்கோம், அதானே பார்த்தேன். தலைவர் வந்துட்டாரு ப்ரோ. கிளாரிட்டி எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்த்து சொல்லுங்கண்ணா. காத்துட்டு நல்லா சூடாகுது. இட்டாலியா வேற யாருக்கோ ஸ்பின் பண்ணியிருக்காரு, அதான் இத்தாலி டீம்லாம் மாற்றி வச்சிருக்காரு. இதுவால் யாரையும் வாங்கியிருப்பாரு. அடா இந்த மாற்றிட்டாப்புல. எப்படி தோக்க தான் போகிறான், ஆடி பார்ப்போம்.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, don't worry too much about sophistication and style where Gennaro Gattuso's involved, but my goodness me, despite all of that, he's priceless to any team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's living proof of the benefits of keeping it simple, Peter. He's there to win the ball, and once he does that, he's just going to play it short and stick to his position a little deeper in midfield.
Which all sounds very easy, but it's brought in one mighty pile of success down the years.
And it works a treat, provided he's paired with the right folks.
And Berbatov! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here? He's gone for goal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Beckham. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Look at the space here. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And this is Ibrahimovic. And they're back on the ball again. And the shot! Nearly, but not quite.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Van Dijk herring after the ball here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Del Piero going full tilt down the left. And he's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? Plenty of endeavour from either side. In the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. You've got some...
Van Nistelrooy! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Guti. Distributed tidily. Nice physical challenge. Tries to pass it through. And this is Van Nistelrooy. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Ibrahimovic. That is good strength. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy!
Look, they're all coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first... Referee's had a look. He's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal it is, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Manchester United having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now, and we get some...
Berbatov! Dimitar Berbatov, brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. A two-goal lead, and they're in control.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that,
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Now it's Sneijder. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Berbatov. And that pass just didn't quite work.
அயல்வா பார்க்குறானோ ஆனால் ஒருத்தன் கூட கமெண்ட் பண்ண மாட்டேங்கிறா. டே ஏதாவது பண்ணுங்கடா சும்மா இருக்காம. நான் ஒரு ஆள் எவ்வளோ நேரத்துக்கு தான் வாயிலே வாடன்னு சொல்கிறது.
And he was quick to react. He's in plenty of space here. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Roberto Baggio takes a shot. They've got to be quick to recover this.
என்ன இது?
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now then, the ball's come loose. Great vision.
இறங்கடா கீழே இறங்கடா. விட்டு போயிரும்.
It's a goal kick.
Position shift.
And it's lofted through here. Costa Curta. Aims beyond the defence. Threads one in. It's a promising position. Real chance! He's decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
கீழே நிப்பா. என்னது தலைவனுக்கு?
He's had it nicked away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van Dijk. And it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, they've got it again. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that could set him on his way. And Van Nistelrooy!
எடுத்துட்டானுங்களா? ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஹெல்த் எப்படி இருக்கு? நல்லா தான் இருக்குது. குவாலிட்டி எப்படி இருக்குன்னு தெரியல. கேட்கணும். கேட்டு பார்ப்போம். சப்போர்ட்டுக்கு ஒரு மின்டர் இருந்தால் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
Van Nistelrooy. Number 4, Schneider. Number 17, Berbatov. Number 15, Guti. Coming on the field,
Gattuso.
number
இறங்க
22, Cristiano
மொத்தமாக இறங்க.
Ronaldo. Number 11,
Nicely weighted ball.
number 14,
And the finish! He scores! With so little time left, grandstand finish! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Italy give them...
ஜெயிச்சாச்சு.
And that's that. Manchester United have emerged victorious in this match of thrills.
நெட்வொர்க்
The own
பார்க்கணுமா?
goal ultimately proving the difference.
பார்க்க முடியாதுல்ல.
How would you
தலைவர்
summarise
நெட்டி
what
எந்த
we've seen
நிலைமையில
today then,
இருக்குல்ல
Jim?
கேட்டு வரேன்.
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was
ஜெயிச்சாச்சு.
exploited.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin
சாப்பிட்டு
and
வரேன்,
to wish you
விளையாடலாம்.
a very good evening.
ஓகே. ஓகேண்ணா ஓகேண்ணா. நான் எது சொல்கிறது, இப்போ ஒரு 3 பேர் பார்த்துக்கிருக்காங்க, நம்ம பசங்களாம் என்னன்னு தெரில. நான் சொல்கிறேன் ஓகேவா.
And now, please
ஜஸ்ட்
turn
நான் ஒரு
towards the
மேட்ச் முடிச்சு
screen
போட்டுட்டு
for a special
அதுக்கப்புறம் நான்
presentation.
வெளில போகிறேன். வெளில போயிட்டு ஃபோனில் சார்ஜ் போட்டு வரேன். நாலு மேட்ச்சில் 5 பாயிண்ட் எடுக்கணும். நோட்டான் நோவுட்டான்.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Barcelona.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here.
It comes as little surprise, Peter, that we find the name of Parchi Sung in this team sheet.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And they're quick to get it back. And this is Van Nistelrooy. He's having a go. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Schneider is offering a right smile there.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Cleared away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And this is Berbatov. Park Ji-sung. Batistuta. Threads one in. He might be in here. He's been taken down
Penalty.
and the referee has pointed at the spot. Manchester United present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So this the chance to fire his team
ரைட்டா
in
லெஃப்டா
front.
சென்டரா? மனசு சொல்லுது சென்டர்னு.
And he's buried it. 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
So a breakthrough already. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Berbatov.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And he's gone searching crossfield. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Berbatov, and he's away. Can he finish? Sticks it away.
குட் குட் குட்.
They're level in a trice.
Yeah, And analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Has a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Out for a throw. Petit. That's really well manoeuvred. That's good running with the ball. Great vision. Always onto this. Oh, sweet feet. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Beckham. It's a pretty loose pass. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That is a little undercooked. Now that looks a decent ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Berbatov. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incidents and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Barcelona get the ball rolling for the second period.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they have a
Big chance! And it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Manchester United take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And here's Batistuta. Beckham. Batistuta. That's a nicely shaped ball. Brilliantly cut out. So we've reached the hour mark. Rodri cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And Batistuta!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Guti. Manchester United finding their passes. So, Jim, is that the manager telling... Oh, that's ambitious. And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
And he's decided to go for it.
പൊത്തുപൊത്തും പിടിച്ച് കൊടുക്കുക.
He should have... Oh, what has happened here? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
லைக் பண்ணிட்டு ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க.
Nicely worked.
சுத்திட்டா சொல்லி முடிஞ்சு.
He's free, he has got space.
பெனால்ட்டியா?
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Substitution in progress.
And this is the big chance. Straight at the keeper.
Kukçu simply had to do better than that. He blew a great chance for me.
Guti. And it's Guti.
2 added minutes has been
The
indicated.
final seconds now. He's had a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Beckham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United have their third corner. And time is up. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very good. Van Nistelrooy voted.
3 மேட்ச்சில் 2 பாயிண்ட் எடுக்கணும். எடுத்தால் டிவிஷன் 3, இல்லைன்னா டிவிஷன் 5 போக வேண்டியதான். ஓகேண்ணா, சார்ஜ் நல்லா. ஓகே, அடுத்து கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் லைவ் வரும். ப்ரோ வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்கோங்க.